right, there you go. We are back inside the Eagles' nest for another key matchup in the Coach Smith tournament as the Salado Lady Eagles take on the Tatum Lady Eagles. It's a battle of Eagles versus Eagles, and this one carries a big, big weight. Salado comes into tonight knowing exactly what is at stake. They win, and they punch their ticket to tomorrow's championship game at 11 o'clock here inside the Eagles' nest. Everything they've done so far in this tournament has led to this very moment. And they'll look to lean on their defensive pressure, pace, and execution to get them there. Tatum arrives with talent, energy, and the confidence to disrupt Salado's path to the title game. They've shown that they can string together runs quickly, and they'll try to control the tempo and force Salado into tough possessions. But the home crowd is here, the Lady Eagles are locked in, and the opportunity ahead is absolutely clear. It's Salado versus Tatum. Lady Eagles versus Lady Eagles. And a spot in tomorrow's championship game is on the line. Tip-off is coming up next inside the Eagles' nest. 30 seconds left in warm-up, and we'll get this game on the road. Welcome back to the Eagles' Nest, my friends. I am the Ant-Man. It's night number 2 of the Coach Smith tournament. Last 2 games last night, we saw both the guys and the girls come away with big victories, ones that could lead them to the championship game coming up tomorrow afternoon. But they got to win here tonight first. The guys' game changed. Of course, it's a tournament, so coming up a little bit later on, about 7:30 tonight, they're actually going to be taking on Gatesville instead of Lake Belton. So that game will be coming up following this one. If you're watching at SaladoEagles.com, it'll be right there on the right side of your page, of the home page, after this game is over with. If you're watching on YouTube, just like last night, this game will end on that same channel. Go back, and the next one will start live about 10-15 minutes after this game ends. Excited to get this one started. 8 minutes goes up on the clock, and we are about ready to get period number 1 underway. Coach Smith tournament continues on here in Salado, inside the Eagles' nest. A lot of people at the parade last night, watching from the parade, sitting outside, braving the cold weather, and turning on an Eagles game. Pretty cool. Glad we could bring that to you. Tip-off is now. The game has started, and Tatum in control of the ball, at least for a hot second. Well, just like that, the ball goes to the Eagles. Flipping the ends here. Lady Eagles going left to right, scoring on the right end. Tatum scoring on the left end. Pass quick over to Goodman. And a floater up from Camp that misses and is picked up by number 3, Kimora Chapman, for Tatum. Keep it clear. I'll try to use Salado and Tatum tonight, okay? Both Lady Eagles. Avoid any confusion. Nice takeaway, Jenna Goodman. Passes over to Lewis. Back to Goodman, off her hands and out of bounds. Turn the ball back over to Tatum. A little over 30 seconds ticking off the clock here, and period number 1. Chapman leading the charge, passes over to Digert, back over to Chapman. Guarded well, and errant pass, trying to hit Kendall Greenwood on the right side, misses her altogether. Defended very well from Jenna Goodman. Turns the ball back over to Salado. Mackenzie Lewis passing over to senior Carly Kennard. Back over to Goodman. Goodman to Lewis. Finds Riley Guthrie down in the paint. Up and no good. Score still 0-0. Tatum with the ball. Long three for Kendall Greenwood. That is no good, but a foul. Foul on McKinley Mack. Tatum turns the ball over to the Eagles. 6:47 in the first period. Gemma will inbound to McKenzie. Looking to get the first points on the board. Riley Guthrie at the top of the key, passing over to Lewis on the right side. Back over to Jenna Goodman. Jenna over to Guthrie for a three. Hits the rim and off. Rebounded, but stolen away. Love seeing that from Gemma Camp, putting the first 2 points on the board for the Salado Lady Eagles. Chapman setting up traffic, directing traffic on the left end of the court here. Passes off to Greenwood. Greenwood back to Chapman. Guarded well by Carly Kennard and Jenna Goodman. Long pass to Saunders. Saunders back over. We got a walk, though, from Chapman as she tries to put up a three. Didn't fall anyway. Turns the ball back over to the Eagles. Sorry, to Salado. 5:55. Have to get used to not calling them by the mascot. Lewis for Salado, passing to Carly Kennard. Ball nearly taken away on a pass to Guthrie. Lewis with the ball again. Over to Goodman. Goodman to Kennard. Kennard back to Lewis, who drives in the paint and gets fouled. Tries to put a shot up, no good. That's 2 fouls already on the freshman McKinley Mack from Tatum, and she'll go sit down after that one. Lewis taking the ball out of bounds for Salado. Wide open Riley Guthrie on the right side. Kennard from three, off the rim, no good. Bounces off a couple of players' hands, rebounded by Riley Guthrie. Over to Kennard, drives into the paint for a jumper. That one doesn't fall either. Tatum with the ball. Oh, a shot from Dygert. Puts up a long two that doesn't fall, and jump ball underneath the basket. Ball will go to the Eagle. I'm sorry, ball will go to Tatum. 5:10 left in period one. 2-0. Salado on top. Inbounded by Kendall Greenwood from Tatum. She finds Bishop underneath the basket, puts it up, no good. Rebound from Lewis over to Kennard and drops in two. The left-handed layup, 4-0. Salado, 4:56 left in period one. Great defense. Calls out a jump ball and a turnover. Ball goes to Salado. Freshman Gemma Camp inbounding to the senior Mackenzie Lewis. Over to Goodman. Goodman back to Camp. Camp at the top, back to Lewis. Lewis to Guthrie. Thought about a three for a second, drives into the paint, puts up a layup. I can't get it to drop, but does get fouled. She'll go to the line for two. Senior Riley Guthrie's first trip to the line tonight. 4:33 left in the period. Salado up 4-0. First one up and in. One more on the board for the Eagles. 5-0 Salado. Second one. Runs around the side. Doesn't drop, but is rebounded by Gemma Camp, and she puts it up for two. Full press from Salado. Finds Tatum scrambling. But Addison Saunders puts up a shot that does not fall. Ball out of bounds from Salado. Staying with Tatum. 4:17 left in the period. Kendall Greenwood will inbound here. As Salado will swap out a couple of players. We'll see Kate Machen and Addie McCoy pop in. Inbounded is intercepted by Riley Guthrie. 3-on-1 there. Passes off to Mackenzie Lewis over to Carly Kennard. Kate Machen on the left side. Finds Carly in the paint. Puts it up for two. Can't get it to drop. Little jumper, a little short. Rebounded by Tatum. Number 12, Jemiah Bishop. Tries for a pass, huge double team. And a foul by number 12, the senior Carly Kennard for Salado. We'll give Tatum the ball out of bounds on the far side. Kendall Greenwood inbounding. She finds Dygert. Buzzer over here. We'll restart that. 3:46 in period one. Salado still on top, 7-0. Foul over here underneath the basket from Tatum, turns the ball over. We'll see Addie McCoy get some action here, inbounding the ball. Left side of half court to Mackenzie Lewis. Mackenzie calling the play. Over to Kennard. Kennard to Guthrie. Nearly a back and forth. Got control of it. Over to Lewis. Lewis off her foot, but to Machen. That worked out in her favor. Machen to McCoy. We're going to get a jump ball. We do. We get a jump ball on the far side of the court. That will give the ball back to Tatum with 3:23 left in period number one. Love that you're watching at SaladoEagles.com or on YouTube. If you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You don't miss any of these games. Full press here on number 3, Kimora Chapman from Kate Machen. Slows down any tempo they were trying to develop there. Ball goes out of bounds, stays with Tatum, slows some stuff down. Inbound on the far side from Greenwood. She finds Williams, who passes off to Chapman. Chapman driving into the paint, the right side puts a floater up. It is no good, but she does get fouled and go to the line for 2. Fouled by Mackenzie Lewis from Salado. 3:05, 7-0 currently. Salado on top. Another game after this, guys taking on the Hornets. Game number 2 tonight, coming up at 7:30. First trip to the line, first shot is up and good. 1 in the bucket for Kimora Chapman from Tatum. A couple of subs for Salado. First appearance by Morgan Riggs, the junior. After shot number 2, hits off the front of the rim and is no good. Rebounded, but passed to Tatum. Kimora Chapman lays in 2 more. Addie McCoy trying to save that ball, ends up throwing it right into the hands of Chapman. And she scores with it. Riggs passes to Guthrie, puts up a floater that rolls off the rim. A lot of those already tonight. A travel from McKenna Holland. We'll turn the ball over. I misspoke. He gave a traveling call, and I thought we had the ball. They must have got it. And inbounded to Riggs. Either way. Looking for Tudor down low. Tudor on the right side. Looked for McCoy. Gets it intercepted. And turned over to Tatum. The long pass. And a shot from Emma Dygert that doesn't fall, but she does get fouled. Going back to the line, 2:25. The senior Brianna Tudor with a foul there. 7-3 currently. Salado make it 7-4 after shot number 1 from Emma Digert, the freshman for Tatum. Left-handed shot number 2 bounces off the back of the rim, rebounded by McKenna Holland. Holland passes to McCoyne, back over to Holland, but guarded strongly by Tatum. Back off the foot of Kate Majan, ball turned over to Tatum. All by herself, Kimora Chapman will put a layup up for 2. Bringing the score closer, it's 7-6, Salado on top. Pass intercepted by Kimora Chapman, all alone again, layup on the left side. 2 more and the lead for Tatum, the first in the game, 7-8. Tatum on top. Riggs trying to get control of this game again. Up at the top, directing traffic over to Holland. Holland guarded strongly, passes to Majan. Majan over to McCoyne. McCoyne finds Holland in the paint, puts up a floater that drops. 2 in the bucket, lead back to Salado. 9-8 with 1:22 left. Tatum racing down the court. Chapman at the top, finding Greenwood on the right side for a 3. It doesn't touch anything but air, and a turnover to the Eagles. Holland gets a long pass that kind of got away from her, tracks it down and takes the ball back. Riggs for a 3, puts it up off the front of the rim and off of Tudor into the hands of Digert for Tatum. Who are we gonna get on that one? A travel on Emma Digert for Tatum, turning the ball over to Salado with less than 50 seconds left in period number 1. Low-scoring game so far. And not because defense has been super strong. It seems like both teams haven't had much fall. Started to pick up a little bit now, though. McCoyne passing to Riggs. Riggs over to McCoyne. McCoyne back to Riggs. Trading passes back and forth. Over to Majan. And she finds Riggs in a long 3 that just hits the backboard and rebounded by Tatum. Number 3, Kimora Chapman drives into the paint, puts up a floater off the backboard, no good, rebounded by Kate Majan. And tied up by Tatum. Jump ball. They turn the ball over to the Eagles, but Salado. 11 seconds left in period 1. Addie McCoyne inbounding to McKenna Holland. Pass over to Majan. Majan looking for Tudor down low. Doesn't go there. Lane closed. Riggs at the top of the key. And out of bounds as the buzzer sounds. That's the end of period number 1 by 1 point. Salado on top, 9-8. Back for 8 more minutes. Period number 2. Coming up next, our Coach Smith tournament continues on inside the Eagles Nest.
People usually ask me, what does it feel like to wear Yee Yee?
Feels a little bit like this!
And it feels a little like this.
Back inside the Eagles Nest. Thank you so much for tuning in. SaladoEagles.com or Salado Eagles Sports Broadcast on YouTube. Appreciate you being here tonight. I was going to say unusually cold night, but I think we just got spoiled with mild winter last year. That now the cold weather is throwing us off a little bit. Period number 2 is underway, and Tatum has the ball. Chapman at the top tried to drive into the paint, got blocked. Pass over to Greenwood. Greenwood back to Chapman. finding Bishop on the left side, gets stolen away by Kanarek. Up for a layup and drops in two more. 11-8. Salado in the lead. Nice takeaway. Long pass. She finds Aliyah Williams, who steps out of bounds. Turning the ball back over. Nope. But she stepped out. Ball knocked out by Goodman. Keeping the ball with Tatum. Inbound to Williams. Williams over to Greenwood. Greenwood double teamed. Nowhere to go. Does find Chapman on the right side. Turns the ball over. Nice takeaway from Lewis. Tries to throw a long pass to Carly Kanarek. And it gets away from her. It goes out of bounds. Ball back in Tatum's hands. 7-14 in period 2. Kamora Chapman with Carly Kanarek guarding strong. Runs up to the left side into the paint. Bounce pass to Williams, who can't keep a hold of it, and it's taken away from Mackenzie Lewis, or by Mackenzie Lewis, who inadvertently dribbles right there on the baseline. Turning the ball back over to Tatum. Inbound for a long three from Dygert. Does not fall. Rebounded by Guthrie. Taking it herself down the left side of the court. Passing back to Lewis. Lewis has Goodman. Nobody guarding. Wouldn't mind seeing a three right there. But Lewis directing traffic. Down to Camp. Camp tried to pass to Guthrie. It gets intercepted, but Guthrie strips it away, keeps it, gets fouled on her shot, puts two in the bucket and goes to the line. Make this a three-point play with 6:25 left in the period. Senior Riley Guthrie. One shot up and in. Making it 3 points for Guthrie on that play. Inbound from Tatum. Quickly over to Dygert on the left side outside the three. Chapman all by herself for a three and is fouled by Mackenzie Lewis. Sending the freshman Kamora Chapman from Tatum to the line at 6:15 left in the half. Shot number one from Chapman. Up and in. One more on the board, making it 14-9. We get two more. Fouled on a three. Second one is up and in. Making her earn all three shots, all 3 points. And the third one, up, off the front of the rim, hits the back of the rim and drops in. Trying for a quick break here. Lewis quickly down the court to Kanarek. Kanarek over to Goodman. Goodman over to Lewis. Lewis finds Guthrie in the paint. Goes in strong for a layup. No foul and shot no good. Turned over to Tatum. But she's back trying to steal it away from Chapman. Chapman passes to Dygert up for a three off the rim. No good. Over the back from number 12. Gianna Bishop gives the ball to Salado. Inbounded here from Jimmy Campton. Mackenzie Lewis. Passes over to Kanarek on the right. Goodman up top. Finds Guthrie right at the top of the key. Back over to Lewis. Lewis to Goodman. Goodman back to Lewis. She runs across, finds Guthrie with a floater that drops in for two more. 16-11. Salado on top. Long pass over here to Dygert. Gets turned over, stripped away by Carly Kanarek. And a nice pass, or a nice shot from the freshman Gemma Camp. Timeout. After what they thought was a double dribble, and if I'm honest, I think I saw the same thing. Refs didn't see it, but it caused Tatum to need to hit that pause button for a second. We're going to keep it right here during this timeout. Thank you guys for watching. Listen, if you're not following us on Instagram, find us there at Salado Eagles Sports. Salado Eagles Sports on Instagram. On X, Salado Eagles SP. Because sports was too much, evidently. But you can follow us there as well. On YouTube, you're probably watching it right now. If you are, hit that subscribe button. Love to have you there. Don't miss any of these games. Guys game coming up right after this. They're going to be playing Gatesville tonight at 7:30, and we will bring you that action right here at SaladoEagles.com as well. Back to the action. Tatum out of bounds on the right end. Pass into Chapman. Over to Greenwood. Greenwood finding Bishop. A long pass. It'll get stripped away. That pass does by Kanarick. Going up the left side for a layup that misses, but rebounded by Goodman, and she puts it up for two. 20-11. Salado back on top. Tudor with a reach around. Ends up fouling. Makes contact with the ball, but also makes contact with number 12, Gianna Bishop. Tatum taking the ball out of bounds. 4:37 left in period 2. Inbound here to Dygert. Dygert puts up a long three that misses everything. Ball out of bounds, and it stays with Tatum. Greenwood looking for somebody to inbound it to. Nearly gets it knocked away from Camp. Bishop with the ball now. Passes over to Greenwood. Greenwood down to Chapman. Chapman goes to the left side, loses the ball. Gets taken away by Ava Urenga, but tied up. As it was stripped away, it got tied up by Kanarick and Chapman. And that will give Salado the ball. Out of bounds, the baseline. The left end, inbounded by Gemma Camp. Holland to Kanarick, long pass to Urenga. Urenga over to Holland. Holland to Camp, long three, hits the rim, no good, rebounded by Kanarick. Puts up a floater that's no good and rebounded by Tatum. But stripped away. Nope, jump ball with Urenga and Dygert. Possession for Tatum. Passing in from the right end to Greenwood. Greenwood over to Chapman. Pressed by Kanarick. Pass to Williams. Kanarick there too and strips it away. Tudor gets it. She's defended well. Does find her teammate McKenna Holland though for a pass. Holland over to Kanarick. Kanarick finds Urenga, who almost puts up a three, decides to drive into the paint and gets the ball stripped away. We got another jump ball, and that stays with Salado. Nothing like a close-up of a student who doesn't realize that's a camera. Inbound to Tudor. Puts up a jumper that is no good, off the rim, rebounded by Tatum. The pass off a foot. And Kanarick gets it, puts it up, misses. Another jump ball underneath the hoop. Ball going to Tatum. 3:19 left in the half. Inbounded to Dygert. Dygert running fast. Meets McCoy there. Long pass across. Ava Urenga fights for it. Gets the jump ball. Possession arrow points to Salado. Ball back in our Lady Eagles' hands. Addie McCoy will inbound to McKenna Holland. The left end. Push him right. Finding Riggs. Riggs back to McCoy. McCoy to Majin. Majin to Riggs. Riggs over to Holland. Find Riggs up top. Set this back up. McCoy just beyond the three. Looking for somebody down low to pass to. Goes back to Riggs at the top. Majin just outside of the 3. Back to Riggs. Oh, look at this. Oh. What are we calling a whistle on? He's just pointing. Oh, timeout. Got a timeout from Salado. Coach saw something she didn't like. I want to slow that down before something she didn't want to happen. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break here. Back with the rest of the half. Coming up next, the Eagles, Salado versus Tatum. And the Coach Smith tournament from the Eagles next. More next.
People usually ask me, what does it feel like to wear Yee?
Feels a little bit like this!
And it feels a little like this.
Appreciate Yee Apparel for bringing us this game today. Their Black Friday sale has still been extended. Head over to yee.com and check out some great gifts. Just in time for Christmas. 2:41 left in the half. Salado up 20-11. A lot of back and forth, not a lot of scoring here in the second period. Kate Majin waiting to inbound the ball right now, and she does. She finds Holland in the paint. Puts up a floater that doesn't fall, but does get fouled. So she'll go to the line for the first time tonight. 2:39 left in the half as the freshman McKenna Holland goes to the line. Shot number 1 is up and in. 21-11 Salado. Back-to-back games again tonight, guys. Taking on the Hornets from Gatesville coming up next. Next shot, second shot, up, no good. Tied up with McCoy underneath the basket. Possession arrow moves left. That is to Tatum. Full court press though. Down there, can she get an inbound? She does. She finds Williams. Williams up against Riggs. And McCoy strips it away. I like that. Passing over to Holland. Holland finds Majin down low. Has to pass back to McCoy. Gets the shot blocked. The rebound taken away by Tatum. Pass over to Dygert. Dygert finds Chapman. Chapman cross court to Williams. But she's double teamed and the ball goes out of bounds. Stays with Tatum. Knocked out by Salado with 2:09 left in the half. Inbounded by Greenwood. Number 12, Bishop. Gets that pass. Kendall Greenwood. Directing traffic down here, passing to Bishop. Bishop passes down low to Chapman and gets fouled as she goes in for a layup, sending her to the line. Fouled by Kate Majin with 1:58 left in the half. Kimora Chapman going to the line again tonight. First shot is up, and it's in. One more on the board for Tatum, 21-12. Salado still on top. A couple of girls subbing back in for Salado. We have the break. And shot number 2 for Kimora Chapman is up. Bounces around the rim and finally drops in. Guthrie will take it out of bounds, passing into Lewis. Lewis over to Riggs. Riggs to Majin. Majin to Lewis. Lewis inside to Guthrie. One bounce. Goes in for a layup, but travels. And turns the ball over to Tatum. Greenwood and Chapman passing back and forth. Finally over to Bishop. Double team. And a foul. from Mackenzie Lewis. Not in the bonus yet. Take it out of bounds. But Kendall Greenwood, the sophomore. A couple too many fouls. They want to save Lewis for the second half, so she'll go sit down. Inbounded to Chapman from Tatum. She'll try to dribble her way into the paint, puts up a floater that is no good, rebounded by Williams, who goes up for a shot herself and is fouled. Shot from Williams, first one from the line is up and no good. Second one is up and in. .56 seconds left. Carly Kanarick with the ball up top. Passing over to McCoy. McCoy back to Kanarick. Kanarick to Majin. Majin dumps off to Riggs. Riggs pass to Kanarick. Nearly intercepted by Williams from Tatum, but it goes out of bounds. Kate Majin will go over to inbound it. On the near side of the court, who can she find? She finds Kanarick. Kanarick finds Riggs in the paint, elbowing her way up for a shot, and she gets fouled, going to the line again to shoot two more. 36 seconds. (21-13) with Salado still in the lead. Guthrie's first shot up and good. One more on the board. 22-13. She gears up for shot number two. It's up. And it rolls around the rim, off rebounded by Kanarick. Kanarick passes to Majin. Majin goes in herself, throws up a floater that bounces around, and finally drops in. Two more on the board for Salado. 24-13 as the clock ticks down. And a pass gets intercepted by Riley Guthrie. She passes over to Kanarick. Her pass to Riggs is swatted away and out of bounds, just slowing the tempo, but keeping it with Salado. Kate Majin inbounding to Riggs. Over to Kanarick. Kanarick back to Majin. Majin avoids the defender, puts up a floater off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Tatum. Chapman rolling down the court. A pass up to Dygert, who goes in for a shot and is fouled by Kate Majin. 5 seconds left. Inbounds to Dygert. Dygert over to Bishop. Bishop to Chapman at the buzzer, and it is no good at the half. 24-13. Salado on top. More from the Eagles Nest in the Coach Smith tournament coming up next.
People usually ask me, what does it feel like to wear Yee Yee?
Feels a little bit like this!
And it feels a little like this.
So glad you're here for the Coach Smith tournament. I say you're here. If you can't be here in person, at least you can be here with us at SaladoEagles.com. I'm the Ant-Man, your play-by-play guy here on Salado Eagles games. And speaking of, the guys are going to be playing after this. We were just talking with my buddy Rick here. He was saying that, you know, they were going to have to play. Our guys are going to have to play Lake Belton twice, once today and then once again tomorrow. Instead of that, we're playing Gatesville at 7:30. They switched that game up a little earlier on this afternoon. So instead of playing Lake Belton, you're going to get to see a fantastic Gatesville team face our guys. That's coming up at 7:30. If you're watching at SaladoEagles.com, again, it's just the video right next to this one. You can see it right there on the right. If you're watching on YouTube, this video will end when the girls' game is over with. And on the same channel, you'll see the guys' game pop up. Click that and watch it. Have a lot of fun here. Thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't hit subscribe on our YouTube channel yet, do that before you leave. If you're watching right now on YouTube as well and you are where you can, drop a comment. Love to say hi to you while we're here inside the Eagles Nest broadcasting this game. Looking forward to second half action. Girls win here. They go on to play in the championship tomorrow. That game will happen at 11 o'clock inside the Eagles Nest. In case you're not watching one of the championship college football games, come here and watch this game, the girls' game, coming up tomorrow. All right, about 50 seconds left. We'll take you back to the court and get ready for the second half. The Salado Lady Eagles taking on the Tatum Lady Eagles. We'll kick that off coming up here next. SaladoEagles.com.
People usually ask me, what does it feel like to wear yee?
Feels a little bit like this!
And it feels a little like this.
Seconds left till we get back into some action on the hardwood. Salado Lady Eagles and the Tatum Lady Eagles. Bragging rights and moving on to the championship game after this one tonight. Salado on top 24-13, and second half action is underway. Mackenzie Lewis over to Carly Kennard. Kennard to Goodman. Goodman passing to Guthrie, nearly intercepted. Camp for a long three, off the front of the rim. No good, but rebounded by Mackenzie Lewis. Over to Carly Kennard, up for a three. Rebounded by Riley Guthrie. Back out to Kennard and Lewis. Set it up and try it again. Guthrie right there in the paint. Guarded strongly by Tatum. Back out to Lewis. Over to Goodman. Goodman with Guthrie in the paint. Finds Kennard out on the right side. Passing off to Lewis. Lewis to Guthrie. Driving in, layup, no good. A rebound by Camp, throwing it to Coach on the sideline. That'll go out of bounds. No score on that effort. Still 24-13 Salado in the lead. Tatum will get their chance. Put some more on the board as they move to the right end of the court. Greenwood with the ball on the right side. Passing across court, taken away by Gemma Camp. Long pass to Kennard. Nice little layup, and drops in two. 26-13. Salado. Tatum with a long pass. Fouled by Jenna Goodman. Greenwood will inbound for Tatum. She finds Chapman for a three, puts it up, goes across the entire rim, no good. Rebounded though by number 5, Addison Saunders, who gets fouled in a shot and will go to the line for the first time tonight for 2 shots. the junior, Addison Saunders. That's a shot, no good. Fouled by McCoy was Kendall Greenwood. Going to the line. This is about her third or fourth trip to the line tonight. 5'4" sophomore puts up shot number one. Off the back of the rim, no good. Stays 26-13, Salado. Second shot up, bounces on both sides of the rim and drops in. One more. As Salado makes some subs. I must be hungry because after saying that, my stomach growled. Third shot, dropped in. Long pass from Kennard to Riggs. Riggs finds Guthrie and back out to Kennard for a three that drops in. Nothing but net. 29-15. Salado, 6:14. Left to period three. Greenwood tried for a long pass, defended well. A pass blocked. Pass over to Greenwood. Double teamed. Just outside three-point range. A pass to Chapman, puts up a three, and Tatum drops that in for three, making it 29-18. Salado still in the lead. A pass over to Uranga, gets swatted away, back to Kennard, gets stolen away. An easy layup from Chapman. Two more goes on the board for Tatum. 5:30 left in period three. A floater over to Guthrie. From Kennard, back to Kennard for a jumper, and two more on the board for Salado. Kamora Chapman, the freshman, bringing the ball down court. Finds Greenwood, who gets double teamed. Ball tapped over the line from Riggs and out of bounds. It will stay with Tatum at half court. Carly Kennard will go sit down. And McKenna Holland will go in. Long pass over to Chapman. Thought about a three for a second. Double teamed. Guthrie gets pushed to the back. No foul. Number 34, McKinley Mack, steals the ball away and puts it in for two. McKenna Holland. Pass over to Avery Uranga. Guarded strongly. Pass inside to Riley Guthrie. Off the backboard. And in for two. 33-22. Salado in the lead. 4:35 left in period number three. Bishop just beyond the arc. Fouled. Taking the ball out of bounds. Greenwood will inbound. She found Chapman way up top. Looking to set up a play. Passes it over to Bishop. Bishop can't keep control of it and goes out of bounds. Turning the ball over to Salado. Been a lot of mishandling tonight, both sides. Kenna Holland dribbling down, finds Riley Guthrie, puts up a jumper off the backboard, rebounded by Tatum. And a pass blocked. McKenna Holland got it. Camp goes up for a shot, gets stripped away and out of bounds. Ball will stay with Salado. 4 minutes left in period three. Inbounded by Urango. Long three from Guthrie. Finds the back of the rim and into the hands of a Tatum player. Pass over to Bishop. Bishop tried to hit Mack. It gets stripped away and actually jump ball in the paint.
That was a travel first. You had two of them on the same team on the ball.
Secondary commentary behind me. I like it. Keep it coming. It's the color. The ball stays with Tatum, though. They're going to do that on the baseline. Subs coming in. Tudor, McCoy, and Majin. All getting back in the action. As Tatum's Greenwood looks to inbound. And she does. The waiting hands of Saunders who puts it up. No good. Rebounded by the Eagles, by Salado. Tudor with the ball on the right side. Pass back to Majin for a three. Puts it up off the front of the rim and rebounded by Tatum's Chapman. Chapman over to Greenwood. Mishandles, nearly out of bounds. Guarded strongly by McCoy. And taken away. A jump ball. When Kate Majin ties it up, turning the ball over to Salado and a timeout over here on Tatum's bench. This will be a quick one, only 30 seconds. We'll keep it here. Don't forget the guys' game. We're coming up right after this. They're taking on Gatesville. The Gatesville Hornets at 7:30. If you're watching at SaladoEagles.com, it's the game on the right, the one not currently playing. If you're watching on YouTube, know that this game will end when it is over. And on the same channel, you'll see the guys' game go live about 15 minutes after the end of this game. Okay? Ball staying with Tatum, inbounded by Kendall Greenwood. She finds Chapman just outside the three, drives in and right into the hands of Kate Majin, stripping it away forcefully, and a pass to McCoy. Runs errant and into the hands of Chapman again. A jump ball again by Kate Majin. Keeps the ball in Salado's hands. In fact, Kate, why don't you just go out of bounds and inbound this? With 3:02 left of the period. She finds Tudor down low, up, a shot, no good, but fouled. Fouled by the 6'1" freshman, McKinley Mack, sending the senior, Brianna Tudor, to the line with 3:01 left in the period. Shot number one from Tudor. Hits the rim and rolls off left, no good. 33-22, Salado in the lead. Second shot up. And finds the bottom of the net for one more point. The inbounds gets intercepted. McCoy goes in for a layup and gets fouled. Incredible defense from Salado here in the second half. Could result in 2 more points on the board if the freshman McKenna Holland can drop them both. Shot number one is up and in. There's one of two. 35-22. Less than 3 minutes left in the third. Gets quiet in the Eagles' nest as Holland preps for shot number two, up and in as well. Second shot, finding the bottom of the net. Inbound again from Tatum, gets intercepted with Holland rebounding her own shot, puts it up a second time, no good. Long pass finds its hand, finds the ball in the hands of Riggs, who passes to McKenna Holland. Holland back out to Riggs for a three, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Majin. Majin to Riggs. Riggs for another try at three, off the rim, rebounded by Tatum's Chapman. But double and triple teamed stops the momentum that they would have. Double dribble from Kimora Chapman, turning the ball over at midcourt. Back to Salado, 2:24. Strong defense in this second half. McCoy into Holland. Holland back to McCoy. Over to Riggs at the top. Majin on the right. Holland back at the top. McCoy on the right. They all switch places, running this play. Riggs up high. Finds Majin on the right, who drives in just outside the paint, up for a layup that is no good. I'm sorry, for a jumper that was no good. Long pass to number 3, Kimura Chapman. Launches a 3, no good. Rebounded by Mack. That strong presence, trying to get to the basket. Fouled by the senior, Brianna Tudor. In the middle of that shot, sending the freshman, 6'1" freshman, to the line again tonight. 1:48 left in the third as McKinley Mack steps up to the line. Shot number 1 as Eagles Nest gets loud. Falls. One more on the board for Tatum. 36-23. Full team sub for Salado. Fresh legs in. As Tatum's freshman goes back to the line for the second shot. It's up, and it's in. Camp inbounding to Kanarick. Kanarick over to Goodman on the left side. Goodman dribbles, but passes back to Camp. Camp over to Urenga. Urenga to Kanarick. Kanarick to Goodman. Back to Kanarick. Guthrie in the paint. Over to Camp. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Guthrie. Put up and no good. Mack fights for the ball underneath the glass. With a foul coming from Ava Urenga. Bonus in Tatum's direction will send the 6'1" freshman back to the line once more. 2 shots from McKinley Mack. Shot 1 up and good. Student section starting to build the last few games. I like seeing that. Get this place loud for things like this right here. Shot 2 up. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Camp. Camp over to Guthrie. Guthrie passing it off to Kanarick. Direct traffic on the left end. Over to Camp. I'm sorry, to Goodman. Goodman to Guthrie. It gets taken away. But Guthrie gets the ball back, driving into the paint. Oh, and tripped up by Guthrie. Since number 3, Kimura Chapman, crashing to the hardwood. Checking on her own knees. Headed to the other end of the court. 1:02 left in 3, 36-25. Salado still on top. Shot 1 is up. Finds nothing, does Chapman. Score stays the same. That hypes up the student section over to our left. Makes some noise. Shot number 2 that finds the bottom of the net for Tatum. 36-26. Salado up by 10. Kanarick over to Camp. Camp to Goodman. Goodman driving up the left side of the paint. Finds Mack there, puts up a shot, no good. Camp with a rebound and gets fouled. Not in the bonus yet, so Salado will inbound. Ava Urenga with the ball. Passes to Camp. Camp guarded by Big Mac. Finds Goodman. Goodman to Guthrie. Guthrie over to Kanarick. Guthrie just puts up a 3 out of nowhere. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by McKinley Mack. We have a jump ball. Coach for Tatum has some exceptions, talking to the refs. If anything, you heard the commentary around me. I think there was a travel anyway. Tatum gets to keep it. They do. Inbound to Daggert. Daggert goes up for a shot, blocked by Ava Urenga. Urenga takes the ball, passes it to Guthrie. Guthrie to Kanarik in the paint. A jumper. No good. Camp got a rebound, but her foot was on the baseline. Turns the ball over to Tatum with 21 seconds left in the third. Some pressure from Kanarik. On Chapman. Chapman finds a way into the paint, passes to Mack. Mack puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Kanarik. 8 seconds left. Kanarik with a bounce pass to Camp. A layup, and puts it in just before the buzzer, 38-26. Slowing things up. Chapman showing up limp at the other end of the court. Timeout from the refs, allowing her to get off the court and a sub to come in. Rebound or inbound with 2 seconds. They do. There's the buzzer. Just like that. We have 8 more minutes to play. Lady Eagles looking for a spot in the championship game, 11 o'clock tomorrow. Can they hold on to this lead? We'll find out in the last 8 minutes coming up next here inside the Eagles Nest. You're watching SaladoEagles.com.
People usually ask me, what does it feel like to wear Yee?
Feels a little bit like this.
And it feels a little like this.
Get another shout out to Yee Apparel for sponsoring tonight's game. Check out their holiday deals now at yee.com. Yee. Live life to the fullest. All right. One more period left in this battle of the Lady Eagles. Salado and Tatum. Can Salado hang on to this lead and head to the championship game tomorrow? Let's find out with period number 4 starting right now. Inbounding from Addie McCoy to Lewis. Lewis directing traffic on the left end. Over to McCoy. McCoy to Riggs up top. Over to Lewis. Lewis to Majin. Majin back to Lewis all alone. Drives into the paint. Passes off to Riggs. Riggs over to Majin. Thought about a 3 for a second. Finds her way into the paint. Passing back out to Lewis. Riggs all by herself for a 3 that doesn't drop. Rolls off the rim. Rebounded by Dygert from Tatum. Completely loses control as she drives in the paint on the right end. Ball goes out of bounds. Must have been off a foot of a Salado player because Green's keeping the ball. Sub in. Greenwood back in. For Tatum, inbounded by Emma Dygert, the freshman. And she finds Saunders on the left side. Back over to Dygert, puts up a 3 that doesn't find anything but the hands of a Salado player. That being Addie McCoy, passing to Lewis. Oh, and a travel from Mackenzie Lewis. Turns the ball over before they can set up anything. 7:12 left in the game. No one scored yet in this period. Number 12, Jayana Bishop. Directing traffic here on the right end. Ball swiped away by Mackenzie Lewis, out of bounds. Slowing up any play that they wanted to develop there. Tatum will keep the ball. Inbounded by Greenwood. If she can find anybody open, she finds Mack just beyond the 3. Pass back to Greenwood. Greenwood into Mack in the paint. Battled for the ball. Draws a foul from Addie McCoy on McKinley Mack. Bonus is reset. Means they'll just take it out of bounds. Inbounded to Saunders at the free throw line. Thought about running in, didn't. Passed off to Greenwood. Greenwood finds Mack underneath the basket. Up for a layup, no good. Kendall Greenwood inbounding here. Mack and Tudor battle underneath the basket. Number 4, Dygert, battling with Mackenzie Lewis for the ball. Mackenzie drawing a foul on that. Emma Dygert, the freshman, inbounding the ball here. She does to Greenwood. Greenwood down to Mack. Calling a foul on Brianna Tudor. A lot of movement down there underneath the basket. Switching out the whole team is Salado. Battle with the next 5 girls coming in. Tatum keeping control of this. The right end of the court being inbounded by Kendall Greenwood. She finds Bishop for a long 3 off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Camp over the back. Number 34. And she gets a foul for that. Gemma Camp, freshman, inbounding to her fellow freshman, McKenna Holland. Over to Goodman. Goodman finds Kanarick and tries to throw a pass over to Riley Guthrie. Back and forth, turning the ball over before Salado can get any momentum on offense. Tatum inbounds to Bishop. Bishop and Kanarick battle up top. Defended strongly is Bishop. Passes off to Greenwood. Timeout. The green team, Tatum Lady Eagles. Gonna take a little break, didn't like that defense Coach Kanarick had set up. Long timeout from Tatum here. We'll keep it here. Don't forget guys game coming up right after this. Right around 7:30 is when that game will kick off. If you're on SaladoEagles.com watching, it's that second game you see to the right there on the home page. If you're watching on YouTube, this video will end in about 15 minutes. After that, the guys game will start up. So make sure you're subscribed. You get those notices when they kick off too, all right? We appreciate that. This game means the championship game for the winner. Right now it's looking like Salado, 38-26. They can hang on to this. 5:58 left in the game. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, they'll play right here on this court again, this time for the Coach Smith Tournament Championship. Can't look past the next 6 minutes, though. Stay focused on that. They win this game, they write their ticket. See what the next 6 minutes looks like for each of the Lady Eagles, Tatum and Salado. Tatum with the ball on the right end. Inbound to Bishop. Bishop guarded by Kanarick. Step for step. Looking to get that ball back is Carly. Nobody to pass to. Finds it in the hands of Carly Kanarick. Fouled. Oh, they're not going to call the foul. They call a walk. And another turnover from Salado. No offense yet in this quarter. Inbound from Dygert. Looking for someone, anyone. Does find Greenwood. Nearly goes out of bounds, back to Dygert. Dygert puts up a jumper. No good. Rebounded by Camp. Finally some offense from Salado. Finds Kanarick down low. A strong pass over to Holland. Connects with her fingertips and then flies out of bounds. Ball turned back over to Tatum. Ball swatted a couple of times from Carly. Double team. Tipped over the half-court line so they can stay with. Oh, and a turnover, a pass to Mack. Gets caught by Kanarick. Passes over to Goodman, back to Kanarick. Rebounded by Holland and fouled by Mack, number 34. The freshman, McKenna Holen, steps up to the foul line. 5 minutes left in the game. Salado still on top, 38-26. First shot up and in. Make that 39-26. Sub for Tatum. And Guthrie waiting here at half court. Goodman just beyond the arc. Second shot for Holen, up and in. Tatum having a hard time finding somebody to inbound. Full press, finds the ball tied up and out of bounds. Stays with Tatum. Dygert having a hard time finding somebody to pass this into from Tatum. Off the foot of Gemma Camp. Keeps the ball with Tatum. Only a couple of seconds off the clock there. Salado keeping this defensive momentum up. And a travel from number 10, Elia Williams, turning the ball over to Salado before she can get to half court. Jenna Goodman inbound here. She does to McKenna Holen, just across half court. Over to Kennard. Kennard to Goodman, right at the top. Back over to Kennard for a long three, and she finds the bottom of the net for 3 more points, 43-26. Salado widening that gap of their lead to head to the championship game tomorrow. Mack with the ball just inside the 3-point line. Passes over to Dygert. Dygert dribbles in, passes off to Saunders. Saunders puts up a shot that finds the ball in the hands of Salado. Kennard with a rebound, puts it back up and puts it in. 2 more on the board, 45-26. Another timeout over here by Tatum. I don't blame him. 4:08 left in the game. We'll take a quick break. Come back with more hardwood action for the battle of the Lady Eagles next.
People usually ask me, what does it feel like to wear Yee Yee?
Feels a little bit like this!
And it feels a little like this.
A lot of fun the past 2 days, yesterday and today. A lot of basketball being played in the 2 gyms. Last year for these gyms as well. The new high school opens up next season. Basketball action inside a brand new gymnasium. 2 over there at the new high school as well. Another big, beautiful one, much bigger than this one. Excited to get into that one. Love the tightness, though, of these stands. A lot of people here. Miss that part of it. We'll be excited to spread out a little bit next year, right? Last 4 minutes and 8 seconds of this game as Tatum has the ball. Inbounding on the left end, Greenwood with Urenga interface. Passes to Mack just over the 3-point line. Finds Bishop down low, puts up a shot and is fouled by Mackenzie Lewis. Jayana Bishop, the sophomore, 5'5", going to the line for the first time tonight. Mackenzie Lewis fouled out, shaking hands with the coaches, high fives with teammates, sitting in the comfy chair for the last 3 minutes and 57 seconds. I know she'd rather be out there on the hardwood. She can watch her teammates and cheer them on to bring this one home. Shot number 1 from Bishop, up and in. 45-27. Second shot, up and in as well. Brianna Tudor will inbound here. Does to Kate Machen. Kate to Riggs, hard pass. Stays with Salado as it went out of bounds off of Tatum. Riggs will inbound here, and does. Knocked out of bounds by Bishop from Tatum. Staying with the Eagles again. Morgan Riggs inbounds to Kate Majin. Majin passes to Urenga. Urenga has the ball stripped away. And a walk by the ball thief, Addison Saunders. Ball stays with the Eagles. 3:41 left in this game. Kate Majin inbounding. Finds Urenga beyond the three. Thought about it for a second. Drives in, puts up a shot just beyond the paint. Rebounded and tied up. Jump ball. Ball moves over to Green. Tatum. 3:35 left in this. Full press. Strong defense from Salado. Mack gets the inbound. Double teamed here. No one to pass to. Nearly intercepted. Keeps a hold of it. Greenwood does. Passes off to Bishop. Bishop back out to Saunders. Back to Bishop. Puts up a shot that finds the bottom of the net for 2 more points. 45-30. Salado still in the lead. Kate Majin. Over to McCoyne. McCoyne to Urenga. To Majin. Majin across court to Riggs. Tudor. Both of them thought they wanted the ball. Made it a jump ball. And it will stay in the hands of Salado here with 3 minutes left. Majin inbounding. Left side. Finds Urenga beyond the arc. All by herself. I thought she was going to take the shot, was McCoyne, but no, passes to Riggs. But Urenga does. Hits the rim, rebounded by Majin. Stays in the paint, puts it up. Rebounded by Bishop. Greenwood slowing things down. Majin in her face. Number 4, Dygert with the ball on the left side. Finds Saunders near the paint. Jump ball. Slow this thing down, does Ava Urenga. Ball stays, though, with Tatum. Only 2:25 left. Inbound to Saunders. Saunders to Bishop. McCoyne in her face. And stripped away. Addie McCoyne. Oh, rolls off the rim, does the layup. No good. We had a foul, though. That's why that one didn't fall. Unless that foul's on Kate Majin. Bonus in the favor of Tatum. We'll send Kendall Greenwood, the sophomore, to the line again. 2:11 left in the game. Guys, game coming up here around 7:30. Shot number 1 up and good for Kendall Greenwood from Tatum. Narrowing that lead from Salado, 45-31. Second shot up. That one good as well. McCoyne inbounding to Majin. Kate Majin dribbles up to defenders, passes it off to McCoyne. McCoyne to Tudor. Tudor over to Majin. Majin drives in, dishes off to Urenga. Urenga back to Tudor. Strong defense from Tatum. A little too strong. Fouled by Kendall Greenwood. Ava Urenga. Oh, that was 5, yep. And so Kendall Greenwood will sit out the rest of the game, coming to fill her slot. Elijah Williams, the freshman, number 10, for the last minute, 51 seconds of this game. Urenga inbounds to McCoyne. McCoyne finds Majin. Machen to Tudor. Tudor puts it up and drops it in for 2 more. 47-32, Salado. Long pass intercepted, nearly intercepted by Tudor. Finally gets it across half court. Mack, all by herself, lays in an easy layup. 2 more for Tatum. Kate Machen directing traffic on the left end. Passes over to Riggs. Riggs back out to McCoyne. McCoyne back to Riggs. Looking for someone inside. We find Kate Machen over to Tudor. Brianna Tudor back to Kate Machen over to Morgan Riggs. Riggs to McCoyne. There at the free throw line. Back to Riggs, who chases down the pass. Dishes it off to Kate Machen. Machen to Urenga. Riggs all by herself for a second. McCoyne with it on the left side. Urenga. To Machen. Machen to McCoyne. Over to Urenga. A long pass to Urenga gets intercepted by Bishop from Tatum. Puts in an easy layup and puts 2 more on the board for Tatum. All for nothing. 20 seconds left in this game. Salado's Lady Eagles running out this clock. Pass over to Riggs. Tomorrow, they'll be playing at 11 o'clock in the championship game. The Coach Smith tournament tomorrow, 11 a.m. You're gonna try to tie up the ball. Refs weren't having it. Just let it run out. 47-36. Salado Lady Eagles with the win. Tuck those talons. This hunt is over. Headed to the championship game tomorrow at 11 o'clock. You can be here. Don't miss it. Guys game coming up next. 7:30. Watching on YouTube. It'll be right there for you. Coming up here in about 15 minutes. If you're watching SaladoEagles.com, stay right there. You'll see it pop up and start on the right side of the game. We'll see you over there in a minute. Thanks for watching at SaladoEagles.com, y'all.